go ahead with the intro. We are live.
Let's see. We are live. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Let me turn the phone off. Sorry about that.
What's good?
Introduce yourself, bro.
My name is David Zariah from Bloomfield. Drive a 97 Eclipse GSX.
All right.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, everybody?
So today we're just gonna be touching base on something. We're actually gonna talk about
Want to close the door now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sorry about the cold, by the way, guys. The winter season sucks.
We gotta.
Yeah, you guys just.
I mean,
put it.
The heater's pretty alright over here.
Yeah, but it's. I'm gonna bring another heater in here. It is. It's a little nippy.
It's a little nippy.
It's
yeah,
a little
yeah.
nippy. So.
Now it's like a good time to go to the studio instead of.
Oh yeah, it's nice and warm.
Nice and warm in the studio.
All insulated.
Oh man. But hey, that's what we that's what you get for free.
Can't complain with free. You really can't complain with free. You get what you work with, and you do the best that you can. So.
Yeah, and it's unrestricted here. We're not limited by time or anything like that, so it's definitely a lot better. So we already introduced David. Met David up a while back, like almost like what was it, like 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, and his buddy Sharif was actually the person who sold me my Supra that that I completely tore apart. So, but yeah, we're actually gonna be doing a video with David soon with his GSX. It's right now at the shop,
Yeah, it's at the
getting
shop.
tuned and ready for the show.
Yep.
Yeah, so that thing's gonna be a monster when it comes out. So definitely.
You should tell us a little bit about it.
Like
what
what you
have
do
done.
to it, like
So,
you know what I mean?
So it was stock when I bought it, and I kind of kept it that way for almost a year because I dailied it actually.
Damn.
And it was actually reliable to me, despite what everybody says. DSMs aren't reliable. It was a very reliable car to me. But I just had to chase little problems here and there.
Of course, yeah.
And then, how we all get. Turbo car, all-wheel drive, we want to mod the thing. So I got bored of the 200 and I think 10 horsepower, but 20
That's
years
still-
ago it was...
That's still not bad though.
That's
Like,
not bad at
That's
all,
still
you
actually
know?
not
No,
bad
it-
at all.
200 is a good mark. 200,
That's-
I-
GTIs do
Ram
that
will
power
tell
right
you,
now. So.
That's actually one of the projects that we're gonna start soon. Is a 200 horsepower K24 A2, right?
Probably a little more than that. 'Cause those things pick
Off
up power.
off the rip, we're gonna be making 205. That's that's from the crank, and then once you
okay.
get it attuned, you throw maybe a bigger throttle body in there. You know what I mean? You change the manifold out to RBC, and you do that. I mean, you're easily you could get up there in the 250 range if you really wanted to.
Damn, 250 really?
Yeah, no joke. If you really wanted
Change
to.
out the cams, change out the cams.
No, not even. You could run stock
I
and
wasn't
turbo
even
with
expecting that.
on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's what we're gonna do, though, right?
Yeah, no.
Because the plan is to go all motor
Well,
with it.
that's
right?
one thing though with that engine though is why that's a good move, because with that motor,
Yeah.
you kind of that's the good thing about it. It avoids doing all of that. See, like someone was saying to do with my motor, the block is good. We just swap out the actual head,
Her.
and you swap out the head because the head
Right,
is.
the camera
I don't know much about those.
No, he's saying, I'm pretty sure because I mean, we think about it.
I heard the valves slap the pistons because some like.
Nah, the heads are pretty much everything is the same
Is
on
it
the
the
motor.
same?
It's like a beefier. It's more beefy, but the dude was saying apparently you just slap the head on it because you could buy cams for it, but they're really expensive.
Yeah, everything
know.
K is expensive. Everything
Yeah,
K
it's
is.
ridiculous. The,
yeah,
the
every-
cams for
When I was
mine
on
like
Honda
stage
Tops,
2, they're like $600.
Yeah, it's.
Well, that's what cams. That's how much cams go for, though. You know
No,
what I mean?
but when it comes, I feel like when it comes to K series, they jack up the price just because it's a K series.
Yeah.
When you go B series, I feel like everything's like you get second hand, everything's cheaper.
Exactly.
I mean, it's still not cheap, but it's way cheaper than going K. Like going K is, you're going K. You're about to build some power.
But I feel
so
like the most annoying part about it is like
the transmissions.
the whole mount situation.
Oh, the mounts?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they have like fabrications and stuff
But
like that.
the mounts itself could be pretty expensive. Like you buying them. And it gets expensive. I feel like once you start buying parts for it, like the
Of
engine,
course.
when you start
Everything.
changing up, because obviously, if you're gonna do cams, you got to do the whole head at that point. You know what I mean? You're gonna change the valves, you're gonna change
retainers, and
everything.
all that. Yeah,
So,
of course.
That's what I think. You know what I
Springs.
mean? That's probably where you're gonna spend a lot of money.
You also
obviously.
gotta polish the head and
you
all
gotta,
that
you know,
stuff.
you gotta,
CNC it, whatever.
yeah. And
Oh, you mean like port it?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
send the head out.
Ah,
At that point, I feel like if you're doing all
if
of
you're
that,
doing all that work, might as well.
might as well.
Dig
you're
it.
gonna make good power though once you do all that.
That thing's gonna breathe. That thing
It's
is gonna
gonna-
be
yeah,
a
it's a
oh
little-
yo scream queen.
It's gonna be a nice little lawnmower.
And
with
how
some
many
power.
RPMs do those things go up to?
I mean the TSX one, like the one that we were talking about, probably
7400.
I think it's definitely not an 8,000 RPM revving
It's
engine.
just a little bigger.
Yeah, you gotta you need to change out the oil pump as well. That would be probably it. You know,
That's not bad.
you get it to rev higher. You know, with a tune, should be good to go. Honestly,
Damn, we should gut your car out too.
I want to.
And throw some like EP3 seats or something.
I don't know.
Not
I
well.
don't
At
know.
least from the
Nah.
back seats
Nah,
back.
I don't know.
The back seats back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And
I guess,
just
I guess
leave it to
that.
seats.
You know, definitely keep the carpeting, definitely keep all the
Oh,
other
of
stuff.
course.
You know
Well,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that, yeah.
'Cause
I didn't want to.
Nah, definitely keep the carpet.
we actually cut his bumper just
shit
just a
look
while
good.
back.
That
It
shit
looks
look
pretty
good.
good.
Oh yeah, it does look. I love
You
it.
can't even notice until we either see it or I guess we tell you, and you'll be like, "Damn, hold on, that sound looks different about this one. This one,
I gotta see it. I
yeah,
gotta see
yeah,
it.
yeah. It looks different, but it looks
it
good. It looks
stands out.
sleek. It stands out. Yeah.
It stands out a little bit.
So I feel like if with that motor, I feel like you could even take off the tints just so you could see the.
I do want to take the tints off. Honestly, I like the fishbowl look. To be completely honest, I do like it.
to a certain extent. 'Cause I hate the.
You get
fishbowl.
tired of it.
I
Nah,
hate the
I don't know. You
fishbowl.
get tired of the tints after a while, especially like with the way I'm trying to do the car.
Tints are a necessity in any car.
I'm with you on that. I'm not against it. I tell you that. I'm not against it. But like for me, like for my car, this car, like if I race it, I don't want to have tints on it. Like if I ever get to put it on the track, I'm not gonna have it tinted.
I mean, on the track, you have to have the windows down anyways.
Oh, you have to
really?
have them down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I never knew that.
Tints are not.
They don't even not even a necessity. So regardless, even if you don't have tints, you
Nah,
have to
but-
have the windows down.
Yeah, because what happens is people have to call out to you. People make calls to you.
Okay.
You can't have any music playing. You have to have the windows down. You have to hear everything.
Shit, damn, I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah, cause my thing is like I did actually want to gut the whole car, but I don't think it'll be my daily driver. At that point.
It's a Honda. You still continue to drive it.
Yeah, I mean, I know
What
someone
would be
that-
your daily driver then at that point?
another Accord.
Oh, that's right, because your what was it, your brother or I forget who was it that was gonna give you the K series? No, the Civic, right? It was
Oh
the
yeah,
Civic.
that's my
Rig
boy
Tech?
Manny.
Oh,
Nah, yeah.
How many Manny's do we know?
Little boy Manny Melcampo, shout out to him.
I don't even know.
Blowing up Subi motors left and right every
Jeez.
other week.
Don't put him out there like that.
That's my boy though. He cool. Nah, shout out man. I never seen the nicest wheels. I think you guys recommended these wheels.
Those bronze Cosmos.
Yeah. What is it the RPF ones?
Oh, they're RPF ones.
Yeah,
my bad.
they're RPF ones. They're like a bronze rose gold.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, bronze
Yeah.
rose gold.
How much did you spend on that?
How much did you spend on that? I don't know. He told me he got it from you guys. You guys like hooked him up with it. Even I don't know.
He spent bread on them.
I never seen that
But,
color.
like, I don't think it was more than like
For like 1,300.
yeah, something like that. Maybe
That's still
1,000.
not bad. That's still really good for bronze rose gold. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm fan. Oh, that color's. I'm not even guessing. That color is crazy, especially if you see it up close and personal.
Bronze.
Because you see the
gold.
bronze, you come up close, you see like a rose gold tint. I'm telling you.
Is it like
bro,
is gloss or is it like
It's-
a matte finish?
It's like a glossy matte, like semi gloss, but you see like a tint of like pink in there. Like I can't. You gotta see it.
You have to see it.
You gotta see it in person. I'm not going crazy. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm not.
I believe you.
For some reason, it goes good with his blue car.
It does. It goes good
Yeah?
with the blue car. Yeah.
I think that's like one of the colors that is like almost universal, just like white and black. You know what I mean?
You think so?
No, I
Blue?
think so. Like that rose gold kind of look. You know what I mean? I don't know, cause like we were talking about the other. Was it you? No, I think I was talking with Emilio about it. Like black white and the magnesium rims. You know what I mean? Like that bronze tint.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They go with any car.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, copper, I feel like copper goes with anything, even with red.
Yeah.
I think it even looks good with red, and that's like.
That's like such a royal look.
Yeah, that bronze is just like so like. I don't know. It has something. That color is just so nice for wheels. I don't know about anything else, but for wheels, it looks really good. So,
Alright.
Hell yeah.
hopefully, one day.
Now, let's get back to the topic of his car.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, I'm like,
Yeah, because there's like.
we started steering up.
Yeah.
That's all good.
That's what happens when you start talking about cars, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
veer off
exactly.
real
Like,
quick.
it is what it
GSX
is.
DSM. What is
It
that?
is what it
2G, right?
Yeah,
2G. Ooh.
Literally, we just filmed like a couple of top 10s, and I believe it was on both of them, right?
Yeah, it was like two of our top 10s that the DSM GSX was on there.
Showed
So,
up, yeah.
and everybody sleeps on that. I feel like everybody sleeps on that car.
They do. I feel
Yeah.
like when they see them, they're like, oh shit, that exists.
But
And they're like, oh shit,
that exists.
Yeah.
But can you tell the
That's a
difference
fact.
between like a regular Eclipse and between a GSX? Like, is there a big
So-
difference? Besides the all-wheel drive, of course, but you can't really
It's
tell.
at this point, it's hard because they're all modded, they're all ratted out. You can't really tell what's what anymore.
Yeah.
But initially, it would be the wing, the high-rise wing,
Oh,
the back.
nice.
That's typically
nice.
GSX. But in '99, like the '99, the 50th anniversary Eclipse, it was white with that wing, but it was a 428. So like, there's always like those things. Can't
Always
really
that-
tell anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of have to,
Just know
Race 'em.
about
Just,
it, right?
just, just no, damn, or just even ask the owner.
or if it's parked, you just look underneath. There's a rear diff there.
That's
Yeah.
oh
Yeah, that's
damn,
a-
that's a
yeah.
real deal. Is it possible to make a regular Eclipse into like a GSX? Is it like
So-
expensive? How is that?
So you can make GSTs into GSXs.
Okay.
That's very easy. Very easy. Just change the rear subframe and
Okay.
get all the parts, rear diff, drive shaft, transmission, ECU. Done.
Oh shit, that's not bad. Oh,
A lot of people
pardon my
do it.
language. Oh, not bad.
It's a couple of things you just.
But are those couple of things like easy to find and like are they
They're-
cheap
well-
or is it like like for
Can you
example how these
scavenge
guys
parts?
take like Honda cars and they turn them all wheel drive?
The
Like-
CRV diffs.
Nah, but you know what it
and
is
the EF
for
wagons.
that because you couldn't take those cars they all have rear subframes like so if you took a regular NA you'd have to literally swap everything out.
So I was gonna get to that. The like I said, you can swap the GST into GSXs. That's very easy. To swap a 428 into a DSM 4G63, it's very hard.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost not. It's not worth it.
Not
at
worth
all.
Not worth
yeah.
it.
Because the cars are so cheap to buy. You can find a GST for $1,500. Even like $1,000. Yeah,
What?
They're cheap. They're cheap. I was just looking at them
Oh.
right now.
I really want to get into
I like GSTs.
I'll get a GST and rock
I like
out
them.
with it just
Everybody-
And
chill.
then you do the swap to GSX for another $1,000.
Rip. Wait,
Just
hold on,
$1,000?
hold on. Just
So you can have a
$1,000?
GST for $1,500 and another $1,000 gets you into a GSX.
Pretty much.
Wow. Hold on. Why are we sleeping on these
Or-
cars again?
Or you can buy a
thinking of building?
GSX. Or you can buy a GSX for $2,500.
Wait, hold on. I could never seen. I've seen the first
yeah, that's
gens.
what I'm saying.
I've never seen the
one of them.
second-
I bought mine for $2,500.
I'm
GSX. I'm the third owner of it. I have the window sticker of it. It has 120. Right now it has 120,000 miles, but I bought it at 116 original miles, bone stock. Had Evo 8 wheels on it.
Oh,
Had no rust.
nice, nice.
That's crazy.
It only needed a turbo.
Man.
Only needed a
Damn.
turbo.
So how much power are you putting out? I mean, you put it on a dyno, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you
so-
kind of work at a shop like that, so.
So when it was stock, I never dynoed it because I was too scared to. But then, like I
don't
said,
blame you.
I wanted to mod it, so I was like, fuck it. Like it was bad reliable to me for a year.
Yeah.
Dailied it. Like I'm telling you, I dailied that shit. Bah, every day.
Banging gears
Every
every day,
Every
banging
day.
them gears. Oh,
And, bro, I fly by people every fucking day. That shit would never break down. I see all the memes. I'm like, yo, that shit's not me, man. I take care of my wood. Like,
I think that's all it takes too. You just gotta take
Oh,
care
yeah.
of.
just take care of
Just
your
take
car.
care of your car. Yeah, just take care of your car no matter what. I say that all the time. That's like I always say that like, oh, what's the most reliable car? Of course I say Honda, Toyota, but it could be anything if you
I
just
changed
take care
my
of it.
oil.
I take my engines apart.
I'm just saying that's all I keep up with is oil.
Oil, just little maintenance
That's all it
spark
really
plugs
needs
here
to
and
be
there,
keep
whatever it
going.
needs. Yeah.
I always did a tune up on it, and like
Yeah.
I always hear things. You know, if I hear something click, I'm like, oh, what's that? And I would check what it is. It could be like a tie rod. I'm like, let me change that shit. Sorry,
2.5.
let me just change that. Right now, did that. Like I always do little things, so it would never actually break down on me because I was very
Yup,
meticulous.
you
Tackled
always
it
you
before.
tackled
Yeah.
it. Yup, that's
Man,
what
that
you
is the
gotta
way
do.
to go. To be
Yeah,
honest,
That is
man.
what you
You know what I mean?
got to do.
And you know what it is?
I'm like on the complete opposite spectrum of that.
I was
Like
about to
I wait
say.
till it breaks and then I repair it.
Oh my god.
With something better.
You sound like somebody I know.
Nah, man, don't even say that because there's actually like a lot of people are like that, bro. Like a lot of car guys, to be honest, do
Yeah.
shit like
Very
that. Like,
finicky.
Because like,
they'll put attention to something else, but then that's
because
there. and
here's
it's
the,
just
I
like,
need
fuck.
an excuse. You know what I mean? I can't just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw in a 82 millimeter turbo in my car. My wife's gonna be like, yeah, do that. You know? I gotta break something so I can be like, yeah, now I'm gonna throw that.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
I feel you on that.
So I think that's like those are the type of car guys that like wait till the part breaks and they just get the better one. You know what I mean? Because of wives.
Because of you blame it on the wives. Oh,
Of course.
blame it on the female, the wives. Yeah, it's all their fault. Wives, if you're
I'm
listening, it's
pretty
all
sure,
your
But
fault.
to
I'm
them,
pretty
it's
sure.
not like to them it's like cars, but we're just
Hey,
like.
you know,
this is
I'm not
us.
trying to be like, I'm not trying to single them out either, because I'm pretty sure there are some female,
all your
car enthusiasts out there as well that probably blame their husbands, like, oh, he's not into cars, so I
She's-
gotta wait till this breaks so I can tell him, yeah, I gotta fix this with the best part as well.
No, yeah, definitely. But I don't think it's like. Oh, should we stop doing that for this break?
Yeah.
Oh, and if
You're
you're gonna be
gonna
on
flip
camera,
over.
you're gonna be on camera too.
Not only that,
You're gonna be a meme.
considering how tall you are, you're definitely gonna flip this desk
I'm
over
gonna,
too.
I'm gonna dramatically flip everything, just like bam, bam. I'll kick
Oh,
the 2J while I'm at it. Wham!
Oh, I'm gonna kick
Oh,
you while
right
I'm at
off
it
the
too.
stand, like, oh
While you're down there, I'm gonna stomp you out too. Might as well.
no! And I'll kick you. Oh, oops.
Oh, this ain't violent.
I'm just joking, man.
Oh,
But yeah, man. That's one of the best thing about the car culture. You know what I mean? Like, you fix what you can. You know what I mean? There's different ways to really tackle every situation, right? I mean, like you got different personalities in it. Some people just right off the bat go into it with all the
Yeah.
money and get all the parts that they want. Some people like me who wait till the part breaks to upgrade it, and then you got Dave who like make sure that it's 100% running at all times. You know what I mean? Because it's your daily. So, like, shit. If I had to daily that Supra, I'd be standing in the side of a highway like I was.
every week.
This would be the time where my brother would be like, "Did you change that ABS sensor?"
Did you
No.
change? Yo, your brother would be telling
What
you.
ABS sensor?
The one that goes into the hub.
I don't have ABS.
Sorry, Mr. Supra.
You lost me.
Cause when he changed out my ball joints, he broke the sensor, so now the ABS light is on.
Oh.
That's all right.
So, but he was like, change it. This was like over a year ago, and I haven't even changed it. I mean, like, I'm like.
Yeah, but
what the
same
fuck
thing with
is
my
this?
Subaru. I had a lot of parts. When I had my wagon, I had like parts just piled up. Like I was gonna change the ABS sensor, the charcoal canister. I changed the purge valve. What else I had? I had a whole bunch of like
Charcoal canister.
Oh yeah, I had to change the charcoal canister.
You can't just throw that out.
Everyone does.
That's what everybody does.
I had a problem. I had a problem with my fuel. Like every time I would fill up on gas, it would take a couple.
It was probably because of the charcoal.
Oh, it was. And I never changed it. Every time it would be a little. At first, like the first month I had the car, I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my god, they probably think I broke down, but I didn't. And I would have to stomp it and just like accelerate the car. Rah. And I'm leaving. I'm just. I put my windows up so they won't see me. But after like the second month, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just like. Like just leaving, just like revving the shit out the car, just so it could like pick up, get the fuel in the system.
When Ali starts up the Supra.
Oh yeah, that's him all the time. Yeah, but I had to do it to actually get it.
Nelby was like, "You're not gonna let it warm up." What? I'm like, nah,
Yeah, the day we were doing Ali's Asif's interview for the Supra, He's like,
oh, he had his face right next to the exhaust.
oh yeah, I had
He
my
saw it.
I had my face next to the exhaust. Yo, literally my eyebrows, I felt it. I was like, oh, this shit means business. Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what he's talking about about the video that we just uploaded of
When
the
the
review.
when the
You gotta
flame
check out
popped
the flame that shot
inches away from my face, I was like, oh, caught a tan real quick. Hold on, okay. But what I'm saying, you, we're like, oh, we're gonna pick up your car right from your house to go to the location to the spot. He's like, okay, cool. Turns it on. I'm like, you're not gonna let it warm up first? He's like, no. I'm like,
nah. So like it does have a very aggressive lobe when it starts up. You know what I mean? Like I literally have to just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like you hear it, and then like I literally have to just tap on it because it has like a lot of. I really think there's something up with that engine. I haven't really like taken it apart. You know what I mean? But I really think a lot of the parts are really upgraded. You know what I mean? Like beyond what I think. Because like as soon as I opened up the cam covers and I saw the 264s underneath there.
Maybe it's a whole head.
Who knows? You know what I mean? And to be honest, I'm just waiting until it breaks down so I can check it.
You don't.
But the one
you don't think so? I mean,
I don't
remember
think so.
what I said
Because the
earlier?
thing is that the 264s you can run them stock. You don't have to upgrade your heads. You know what I mean? Once you get into the 272s and the 280s, that's when you really gotta
Start
upgrade the springs. You gotta port it.
changes, all that.
Yeah, you gotta do all that other work. So
know.
I don't know. Yeah,
You never
I don't
know
know.
because maybe at that point the person was like, "Let me just do it."
Might as well, right? I mean,
so they were there already.
Yeah.
Why not?
yeah, so I don't even know the history of the car really. All I know is that the guy definitely crashed it while racing because like that's just how bad the front end of it looked. It looked like it smacked across the side rail or whatever when I got the front
He
flips
must
up.
have been mad. What?
yo, Reverend.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that sucks.
But,
But yeah, it's a non-VTI, so it came out as Supra too. So you
Very
know.
compatible.
But
What should we do next? Should we do
so
the,
next up
You guys want to check out the
Oh,
head
yep.
to head, right?
is our head-to-head.
Alright.
Yeah,
So-
we're right on time for that. Good
We're
timing.
about to get onto the head-to-head, everybody.
So
I wish
I'm pretty sure people who logged on to the YouTube channel. I don't know how many people really logged on, but we'll see.
Let me check.
Yeah,
it
you
out.
can always catch it. By the way, after we're done with the streaming, you can always review the thing because it actually uploads automatically on YouTube. So if you guys logged on to YouTube, you would have seen this image right here.
Boom.
To show you. So this is what we have for today. Last week we had the
Chaser and the Euro R.
Yep, and that was our first ever head-to-head. We just show Dave what we're doing. So every week we do a different segment, right? And this week we decided we're gonna do the head-to-head for a muscle car because last week we did USDM top 10.
Yes, sir.
And so this is it. You got your notes ready?
Oh, Ali, Ramber. Let's get it on. That's what they do at UFC, right? Right.
Is that how they do it?
I think so. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that.
Dave just cracking up like, these guys are a bunch of idiots.
He's like, I don't know either, man.
By the way, you guys feel free to if you know something about these cars, or if you're a fan of these cars, feel free to join in and take each side. The way this runs, just like how I said last week, it's 10 minutes long, right? Each person gets a minute, 5 rounds, back and forth, and you got to stop as soon as the clock hits that 1 minute mark. So let me set up the timer for us, and I will wait until the clock hits.
Who goes first? Should we flip a
24.
coin?
Should we flip a coin?
I don't got a coin. Got a bottle cap. Oh, flipping paper?
I don't even call it.
That's the first. But I think there's coins right over there.
Why don't we just flip a bottle cap?
Oh yeah, we could flip a bottle clap or this.
No, wait, there's
How about this?
right there,
Let's
right?
flip it right now.
And I really for cool.
All right, quick, let's just do it.
All right.
All right, go.
What's heads? What's
I
tails?
didn't even choose.
No, heads, of course, is heads.
Heads is Blue Moon, tails
yeah,
is.
heads.
Oh,
Got
yeah,
it.
there you
All
go.
right, cool,
Thank
cool,
you for demonetizing us,
Oh,
too.
shit.
Nah, it's okay. The moon is blue. Whatever. Go.
The moon is blue.
What? That didn't even spin.
You know what? Take it.
Lineman.
All right, ready? Your heads.
I'm heads.
The head's the head. Rambo's
No.
head.
Ah.
What is it?
Heads.
Heads.
All right, so you go first.
Cheater.
Or actually, no, you choose who goes first.
Will they
You can go
demonetize me
first.
for this?
Hmm?
Will we demonetize me?
No.
Nah,
Alright.
you-
They don't know what it is.
So, my car is the Plymouth GTX.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you guys know
Explain.
about the Plymouth GTX, but it came in two different forms, right? And these two different forms were the engine sizes that it came in. Convertible or coupe, and you had the choice between the 440 or the 426 Hemi. Or the 426 Hemi, right? On top of that, whoops, I forgot to time myself. Right, so on top of that, I'll minus 15 seconds, don't worry.
Nah, I'm not even worried about it.
On top of that, it was produced between 1968 and 1970. And the 1970 car, right, the coupe Hemi is the most sought after. The price back then, believe it or not, used to start at $3,000. You can get yourself, a big block Hemi for $3,000.
With inflation, how much is that in today's money?
It's not even about inflation. These cars are super rare now, so if you want to pick one up with the Hemi engine in it, like without the Hemi, you can pick one up for like 50, 60K. Again, that's still a lot of money.
Yo.
That's still a lot of money. And I'm talking like 100,000 miles and above.
That's
Oh,
my
hell,
car.
what? Oh, hell no. No.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
If you want the one with the Hemi, 1970, 1969, 170 and up.
I mean, that's expected for a car like that.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's super
honestly,
rare,
that's
you
a
know?
really nice car, to be honest.
And with that, I'm going to be a good sport. I'm going to head it over to you.
Boom.
Okay, so my car is a 2010 to 2014, but 2013 and 2014, that's when that car made the most power. So it is the Shelby GT500. Came manual, straight out the dealership. You could not get that automatic. Another thing, 662 horsepower. That's to the crank. I mean, that's a lot of power for that time. I mean,
until even now.
At that time, that was only like
That
a couple
was
of years
a few years ago.
what other? Yeah, exactly. What other car in 2014 was making that power at the dealership?
True. Z06.
Yeah, but that's a sports car.
True. Okay.
But isn't that one considered a sports car too?
It's a muscle car.
It's
Muscle
a
car,
pony
sports
car.
car, yeah,
Pony
yeah.
car.
Pony.
Pony car compared to
What was
a
the
sports
price
car.
range on that? Actually,
Are we out of time?
you're out. You're
Ah,
out of time.
that's
Now-
what I get for talking.
Now, so here's the thing, right? I'll give it to Mustang, and I shouldn't be giving him points for this, but Mustang has outlasted the test of time, right? So they've been out. I mean, they started the whole pony car trend, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was Mustang and Chargers, I believe, or Camaros.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Mustang's been in the
They
game for a
they
long time,
they
bro.
definitely
Since
they definitely been in the game for a
64.
long time, and I'll give
There's-
it that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like they also did that by selling out in a way. You know what I mean? They kind of went away from the muscle car era as well. I mean, if you look at the Fox body and you look at the SN95 and the New Edge, I mean, you look at an iconic muscle car like the GTX and you look at the New Age stuff. I mean, can you really call that a muscle car still? Kind of looks like more of a beefed up supercar. I mean, a sports car.
I mean, yeah, but I kind of feel like certain cars bring old muscle car roots, like certain modern day muscle cars. You know what I mean? Like,
But I don't think the Mustang is one of them.
You don't think the Mustang brings muscle car?
I
roots?
think the GT500
Really?
is-
Hellcat, I mean, that's a muscle car. You know what I mean?
I
You
was
look
actually
at-
gonna say that. Yeah, the
you know what I mean?
Hellcat.
The Charger, the Challenger, cars like the Dart and like the SN95 and the
Wait, you
I
don't
don't think
think a Mustang nowadays has?
I don't think it has.
I-
a muscle car.
I
I'm
feel
sorry,
like
I'm gonna
it-
give it back to you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
stop interrupting.
Oh,
I feel like it does because especially the one I picked, that's really why I like it a lot because that car is very like I don't know, it's a raw car, you know, you can hop in it and you gotta control that sucker, you know what I mean? Like there's no room for error really. I mean it's not a good thing, but you know, it's really kind of simple. It's just
I'll
a
side
big
with you on that one.
It's
I
a
think
big
it is a good
engine
thing. You know,
big
when you
big
drive a
engine,
car, when you get to
supercharger.
drive a car, I think that's the best thing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
don't have the electronics interfering and stuff like that, I think
True.
that's the best thing about it.
I'm not saying
Now-
that it's a great car when it came to that stuff,
Now-
but you know.
How much does one of those go for again? You said like 60. And I don't want to
Brand.
harp on the price.
Now
but-
look, brand new. I'm pretty sure that was like a 65,000.
65,000, right?
Because considering
And,
that they're only now used 42 grand.
Now the
30.
GTX. One thing about the GTX is that it was a, if I'm not mistaken, it was a homologated NASCAR car engine in it. The 426 was a NASCAR engine, you know, big block,
Yeah,
right?
because companies had to have a
certain amount of model years, right?
Mhm.
So I'm talking like in the late 60s, early 60s, you know, 1970. We're talking about 425 horsepower with 490 foot-pounds of torque in the
God
70s.
damn.
Yeah.
Wait, how much power?
Yo,
425
That's a lot.
Damn.
and 490.
Wait, but
foot-pounds of torque.
wasn't the Challenger making like
Same
500
engine.
horsepower? Oh, okay.
That
explains
explains
it.
it.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Same engine. And
All
not
right.
only that, I mean, you're talking about a 13.5 on a quarter mile. You know what I mean? And this is
Back in the
untuned.
70s.
This is
Damn, in the
straight from the
70s?
factory with factory restrictions. You know what I mean? To meet emission requirements.
Those don't even have ECUs,
Wait.
right?
Huh?
They wait.
What?
They had no
Like, cause
like
you know how
they're the carbureted.
yeah, that's what
So-
I'm saying. Cause
They're carbureted.
Yeah,
So how the
Yeah.
hell did they make that power?
Yeah, exactly.
You're telling me the motor just they put it together, threw some fuel in it, and they're like
And a screwdriver.
they probably,
You know what I mean?
they cheated, bro. They put that shit all the way up. They tightened
But
it.
you know, and to meet emissions laws too, you know what I mean. So that car met emission laws and still put down that much power. You know what I mean? If you take that kind of technology and you put in like the current, I mean, so the new Elephant is coming out, right? And I think I need to touch on that as well as a plus on this. And I completely went over the time, but
and I think your time is up.
all right, you know, but just let that sink in.
Just to be fair. Just to be fair.
Now where do I start?
Yeah, he's like he got him. Steve got him dumbfounded. He's like, hold on.
No, I mean, cause I'm gonna
you
side
got you
with you.
stuttering too.
No, I'm gonna side with him on this though, because dude, for the time,
You gotta side it with yourself.
just wait, cause I feel like
He's gotta come back. He's gotta
I'm
come
more
back.
confident with this one.
Ooh.
because
Ooh.
I got a lot of torque, man.
Say it.
631.
Okay.
And what's I can't even say the weight because my car's.
And you know what? It's surprisingly not as heavy as you think. How heavy do you think it is?
3,700 pounds.
Nah, I think it's like
I was about to say,
low 30s.
37.
Yeah.
I think
I think it's low
3,700
30s.
pounds, right? 37. 37. Oh,
It's
right.
it's 38.
Oh, so you guys are
It's
close.
38,
Okay,
but that's
okay,
not too
close.
bad though.
Not too bad.
What? How much does a Hellcat weigh?
41, 4,200.
Okay, this has 600.
Okay.
This car has 662 to the crank. That one has 700 to the crank. It's not that big of a difference. I'm sure with this.
difference.
But
I mean, I'm sure of
look
you
at power to
too.
weight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but what's stopping you from making 700 with this if it's already up there?
But it's more of how it puts. How does it
Puts
put
the
it
power.
down? Yeah.
Yes,
How
that
does it
is
put it down?
I don't think it.
that is
You know
a
what?
big.
I used to valet cars at the garage at a place.
I'll pause this for
Oh,
you.
you just put it in
Yeah.
place.
At a place, and we used to get a lot of cool cars, supercars, cool shit. So I drove Hellcats before, and I've driven a GT500 before.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That generation.
nice.
That car puts the power down way better than a Hellcat could ever put it down.
Really?
Oh, shit.
A Hellcat is useless in first gear.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
Oh,
it
you
is.
drove a manual Hellcat.
I drove one manual Hellcat, which I didn't get to do much with.
That's still dope.
The automatic Hellcat, which the owner willingly gave me the red key and said, "Have fun."
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
he's like, yo, take the insurance is gonna give me money if you. Oh,
Say no more.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
went
say
to,
it's
I went to
So,
work.
so back to you. You have 10 seconds.
yo.
So yeah, well, I'm surprised that you said that because I honestly thought you were gonna say maybe the Hellcat would have put it down better.
I thought so too.
Because
Stock for stock.
stock for stock, right? Yeah.
Stock tires. Stock tires.
All right, so how much do you think the GTX weighs?
I don't think it's that heavy. I think that's like 38.
What's yours? 19.
Because those cars are big, man. They're made out of.
1968
Yeah,
to
but like,
1970.
they didn't have the technology of like aluminum, like the chassis bracing they have now. Like that's steel,
So
hard
that's-
American steel.
That's
Yeah.
probably like a 5,000.
4500.
4,500? How much do you think it
4,500.
weighs?
I was gonna say like 42.
All right,
4,200.
I'm gonna stay at 38.
Oh,
3420.
What?
Yeah.
Mother.
Yeah, and
Shut
that's
your
with
mouth.
that's
What?
with AC, power steering, tunable stereo system with FM and AM.
Oh yeah, yo.
Yeah.
That's a
Now,
monster.
mind you, it's a steel body, right? One thing with aluminum, you forget, like, you need to strengthen up certain parts of it, so you gotta add more. You know what I mean? With steel, I mean,
already-
you know how a roll cage works, you know what I
It's
mean?
already strong.
It's already strong. So, yeah, and this was, don't forget, this was a race car that they made into a public car, just so they can race it. So it had to be light. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
surprisingly, right? I actually,
1970,
to be honest, when I found that out, I was like, "Whoa, hold up! This is, I'm putting this in my pocket."
In 1970,
Your
he
turn.
was making
Damn.
300 horsepower.
The closing
For
statement.
400 pounds.
That's insane.
Closing statement. It's hard to say like what my closing statement.
Wow, hold up. Oh
I'm
man.
trying to think.
Well, we're talking about cars like it's a head-to-head, right? Like,
Yeah.
Which one would you buy? Which one would you own?
Which one
I
would
just
you-
feel like
right?
you know what? It's hard for me because the thing is, it's hard for me to say like. Because they're so different, like the eras, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're like way back.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
And
so
I'm
forget
way
this.
here.
Yeah,
But I
they're
think
so similar though. In
They
They
this-
are.
that-
Because
it-
don't forget, the Shelby 500 was also produced back then too.
But it was a different kind of
It was.
car back then.
I mean, but you know, if you really think about it, you know, what I mean, like that, it was era, like era correct in essence.
But power definitely wasn't in that range, man. You probably had the highest power of all time in that era.
Yeah.
So I mean, like think about it. I don't even think Ferraris at that time were coming. No, they
No,
were not.
most
No,
definitely
they were like maybe making 305.
When did
something
the
like that.
Diablo come out? Or the Countach?
The Countach.
in the 80s.
80s, yeah, that was an 80s
That
car.
was an 80s car.
Yeah. So for my closing statement, honestly, you know, one of the main reasons that I chose so I'm a Mustang fan, right? If it wasn't for the fact that everybody in this room chose Mustang, I had to be the devil's advocate and I had to choose something different, right?
Always.
I have a Mustang sitting right behind me. That's a Ford engine.
I still wanna-
I'm 100%.
I still
But-
want to Alessa.
I still want to do another closing statement.
But at the end of the day, you know, the Plymouth GTX is a legendary car. You know what I mean? Soon you won't even be able to buy one. So let's be honest. You know what I mean? People are constantly crashing these kind of cars. I mean, what's his name? Kevin Hart. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He
Oh,
just
Barracuda.
crashed his Barracuda.
There's
you know what
actually
I mean?
this other famous dude. He has a 4-door, obviously a 4-door Charger, a purple one, a Hellcat. He just pretty much dumped it into
Yeah.
the woods. Like
So
it's-
if you think about it,
And
like
also,
these cars
yeah.
are going. You know what I mean? People
That
are
rapper, too.
driving. You know,
Roddy Ricch.
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Look, these cars are meant to be used. So I'm glad they're being used. You know what I mean? And they're being driven. You know, but it sucks to see them go. And sooner or later, this exact model, it only ran for 3 years, so it's gonna be extinct. You know what I mean? It's gonna be really hard to come by. And if you do find one, most likely it's gonna be either a rust bucket that you got to rebuild, and good luck finding that engine. And, you know what I mean? And or you'll probably have to pay over like. Maybe
I'm surprised
$200,000,
Dodge doesn't make a
on it.
crate for that.
Yeah, they actually are going to. It's called Elephant.
Elephant.
Well, it's the same.
You want another closing statement?
Yeah, definitely.
Be nice.
Ford's a legendary car, so I mean the Mustang.
Yeah, I
is,
mean,
you
for
know,
me,
it's
you know,
not-
like I said, another thing, like Nubby was saying, the cars are definitely similar in that aspect. You know,
They're
like,
very like.
I feel like 3,800 pounds for my car is not very light for a car with that kind of power.
Hell no.
I don't think that's.
Well,
it's.
for a muscle
I mean,
car,
I'm sorry. I don't
it's
think it's too heavy.
Oh.
I don't think it's too heavy. Like when I was expecting it to be like a 4,200 pound car.
I think it's just about right.
I think it's just about right. And also, you know, it's big power. I like the fact it's a standard manual. You know what I mean? You can't beat that. You got a supercharger
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I got a 4-speed automatic or a 4-speed manual.
I got a question. So, in a quarter mile, which one's faster? I'm pretty sure.
The
everyone-
GT500.
Definitely,
is
yeah.
Just putting the
GT500
power
is
down?
definitely- Yeah.
All right,
way it
And the
puts it down is
transmission, you
definitely-
have a 4-speed. It's
Yeah,
not like
it's gonna
not
run out. It's gonna
You
run
said
out.
you said it did a 13.5, right?
13.5, yeah.
GT500 is probably like
11 or 12.
Look that,
11.
look that up.
Yeah, look that up.
That is
13.5 is a pretty low number.
It is.
That is
It
a very low number.
For this, again, I can't stress it. This is in the late 60s, you know,
But
1970s.
to throw down 13.5 in 1970, goddamn, my mom was born in. That shit's insane. That is
yeah,
insane.
that is absolutely insane.
this is 12-1.
So yeah,
It's
I mean,
it's right there.
right there,
It's-
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that has better. The GT500 has better tires. So give the GTX better tires. I
if you modernize the
little bit,
GTX,
a little bit.
I think it'll compete very well.
Wow,
little bit.
that's a very, very, very good car. It's like that is just insane. That's a supercar in that era, bro.
That really is.
That's,
so I guess we should go to the voting stages at this point, right?
yeah, 100%.
So I'm obviously gonna be for the GTX. He's obviously gonna be for the GT500. We'll leave this up online as well. So for now, which car do you choose, Nelby?
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. At first, the camera machine. At first, I was gonna be like GT500, but yo, that raw
Sold it.
GT. Yo, I think I'm going for that GTX. I'm not even going for the price at that point. I'm just going for 3,400 pounds. You got a big body car like that, 3,400 pounds,
And that's with everything in it. So imagine it's stripped
with
and,
AC. Man,
I didn't even know they had AC at that time.
I kind of just threw that in there. I don't know if it actually did or not.
I don't even know.
have a little fan. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm pushing 400.
But it's weird how they got the vents for it, right?
That is fine, bro. Like
It's gotta have AC. I think it's
I'm sure.
it's dope. I feel like I'll attract more old heads than young cats though with that, but it's still cool. It's
Oh,
still
you, Dave?
cool.
What do you think?
So, like he said too, like I came in here, I was like, yeah, GT500, of course.
Yeah.
Like, why not? You know, if I'm gonna buy a car that I'm gonna put in the garage and drive on a Sunday, it would be that, right? But
yo, these arguments, yo, I'm saying no.
to think that a 70s car had 3,400 pounds and 424 horsepower, still was a steel body, homologation race car, all that history behind it. I don't know.
All right.
I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad. I'm not
Damn,
even
yo,
mad.
you're 0-2, bro.
That business law course is paid off.
Well, ask everybody in the comments. Yo,
I'm not
what
even
you
mad
choose?
because that's pretty impressive.
That is like.
That's
You
like
blew me
I'm
away.
still very surprised, like because like 70s, dude.
I'm flabbergasted.
That's the right word.
Word of
for
the
it.
day. Word of the day.
I am dumbfounded.
But yeah, we definitely
Erratic.
gotta let Instagram vote as well. We gotta let Steph vote as well. But
Emilio.
right now, Emilio definitely. But for now, it's 3-1.
It's 3-1. I don't know. That GTX, man, yo.
That's crazy.
Imagine you just ripping it with that 4-speed. It may not be the fastest, but just whatever sound they make, banging them gears.
Whatever sound.
Definitely not that sound.
Nah,
Well, it's a loud.
the Mopars
choke,
sound
yo.
like that. The Mopars sound like
With,
that.
I know your knees breaking
Them old ones.
it's those cable. What was it? Cable
Cable
driven?
Yeah.
Nah, hydraulic.
I mean, to be honest, the current Mustangs are actually cable driven too. They're not not current, but mine is. That's
Really?
a 95
That's
is cable.
No
Yeah,
wonder.
that is like, and it's not even like a heavy clutch either. It just feels heavy. You're like, God damn it! I hate to drive that.
Leg day. Never miss a leg day a day of your life.
Nope.
No.
It's just one leg too.
Just one leg. Why you limping? Nah, my leg's
But yeah, so that concludes today's. I mean, yeah, definitely Instagram. Definitely got to put the votes up as well, and same thing
YouTube.
with YouTube. I definitely want to know what other people think. And of course, I did this with like 2 hours of research. I'm pretty sure you did the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, wait. I think you
Man,
just
honestly,
brought it up.
I knew a
You
lot
already
of the
know a
stuff.
lot
Oh,
of
you
it.
already knew?
Yeah,
So-
I kind of
so
love
if
that
you
car.
guys know something, that goes for either side as well, who knows? The facts may, turn the tide. So definitely let us know what you guys think. Yeah, that concludes Head to Head. Next, moving up is car stories. All right.
I think we should give it to
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really want to hear.
Yeah, you
'cause,
had
like,
some valet stories?
Valet
Valet.
I can relate,
He
man.
works
I love
at a
that.
tuner shop. You know what I mean? He's
Oh.
got to have seen some crazy shit.
Hell yeah.
What is a lesson that you learned, I guess you could say, from valeting that like kind of
stuck with you.
stuck with you? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I think that would be a good story for.
A lesson from valet.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta respect your car.
Your car or other people's car?
Yeah.
Valeting your car.
The car in general, the car itself, right?
A car, any car,
Any
your
car.
car, your anybody's car, because I've done stupid stuff and came out scot free. And I was like, God damn, that could have been bad.
Yeah.
Like
I'm pretty sure you guys have stories like that too, right? I mean, you guys
all the time.
Oh
All the
my
time.
God. So you guys can relate.
Almost every day.
Winter stories, like celebrity stories. People, like,
So what's your most memorable?
Most memorable. So there was. All right, so it was snowing, and when it snows, we're all car guys over there. So when it snows, like everyone knows the deal. Everyone knows the deal. You know the deal.
Yo, that's crazy. Like,
He didn't even tell a story yet.
He just mentioned snow and cars.
no, bro, that's how I already know that's how it be.
It's true.
That's how it be.
So we're it's slow, which is perfect, right? It's perfect because it's slow, it's snowing, and only the rich people come in. So we're driving some nice stuff.
Big body joints.
So we have a separate lot that we have, and it was kind of empty in the backside. So I had gotten a G37.
Oh, okay.
It was a white one, and you know.
It was all-wheel drive?
About to happen.
The X no. Oh my. Okay.
Paddle shifters are actual manual. Paddle. Okay.
That's still cool.
So I'm taking it around, and then my homie's like, yo, because I couldn't find where traction control was. So he's yo, it's right here. So he turns it off. He goes, I'm like, all right, bet. I just whip this thing. I go down the lot. I just whip it hard, drift it around the whole lot, and then I just came, and there was a Land Rover right here, and I'm like this. And
The back end.
the grace of God, like God was like,
Chill, give this
chill,
man a
bro.
pass.
He said,
Like,
"Let me take the
He
wheel."
goes, yo, not today, because no BS. I swear, on everything. I'm sliding at a speed where I'm guaranteeing to hit the Land Rover. I'm hitting it. It's over. I'm on the brakes. It's like sliding even more.
Oh,
And I'm like,
heart,
it's
I know how it
slow.
feels.
I don't know what happened, but the car just stopped. It just stopped like that, right next to the Land Rover. I was like,
Oh no, your heart was in your ass.
I was like, and I couldn't. I'm so close to the thing that I can't open the door. Like,
Oh
like that.
my God! Somebody was looking out for you.
I'm telling you.
Somebody
God
was
probably
looking
pointing
out.
like that.
I was like, nah, bro.
Karate chop.
The one guy who showed me how to turn off the traction control, he was like, just standing there like,
Yo, I bet you guys put that car back.
Bro.
2.5.
Yo.
exactly.
Put that car. Right, we're done here. We're done here.
Just parked it and left.
Yo.
We were back. We didn't say nothing. Like, everyone was like, yo, why'd you guys take so long?
It's snowing.
It's your turn, right? Go get the car.
Yo, I know your heart was in your ass, bro. Yeah, I feel that. Oh,
Oh,
God,
my
I've
God.
been there, done that.
I was like, yo, I'm about to lose my job, my insurance, my driver's license, everything. It's all over for me.
It is like crazy because it like time slows down. All
Yeah,
that
like,
is
I
happening.
was
You're
just-
like, fuck.
I'm telling you, because I
fuck.
vividly remember this
Shit.
because it was so traumatizing. I was like, I'm about to lose everything because I
God.
want to drift somebody else's car.
Oh my God. And man, thank God you didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
But you could have, if God forbid, if you did,
After that,
if you did,
a lot of
After that, I
paperwork.
just like I was
You just
done.
chilled out for a little
Yeah.
bit.
not even a lot. Well, yeah, a lot of paperwork, but at least you could have said, at least it's not my car.
Yo,
Is it facts? I mean,
like
You're an animal.
in hindsight,
at least it's
we
not
do-
my car. Fuck.
in hindsight, we did have valet insurance. Like I'm sure.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I you could have just blamed it on the snow, to be
Yeah,
honest. You know what I mean?
I was taking the snow.
I don't know.
Came
I
up
was
just
under.
pulling
lost
to the
the
spot.
traction.
and,
I mean, they would have definitely asked why was the traction control turned
Nah,
off.
you gotta
You
be
put it
smart
back.
in that
Put it
movie.
back. Well, they could black box
Just
you.
like,
They could. Can't they black box you?
yeah.
They
if
can,
they
right?
really, really wanted to. That's only if like
If
that's
they're
only
sus,
that's
if
only
they're
for
sus.
warranty like shit. Like
Oh, that is true too.
like because I heard a story. It was
Warranty and stuff.
this dude I know. His boy had a GTR. And if you take it to the track, it voids the warranty. So he took.
Why would you make a car like let's be honest, it's a race car.
It's-
GTR is a race car.
Well,
Why?
I mean, you know.
Like, let the guy at least get on. You know,
no.
tell him, hey, while you're on a race car, it's void, but when you're off the race car, it's on.
I think it's when you're on the track,
It's void.
they don't cover it. So
Well, that actually makes sense. So
I could be wrong, but
no. So on a racetrack, you have to get insurance specifically made for the racetrack, right? So like, you know, there's a couple of companies that do that. So when you go on a racetrack, you call them up, you say, hey, I'm gonna go on the racetrack, can you insure my stuff? They tell you, okay, what kind of car? They collect them, you know, all the stuff, and they insure you, right? Now, if you're telling me that the warranty gets voided,
Sounds expensive.
that's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Like
I don't even
fully,
think.
like fully voided.
Well, no,
or voided
but-
for the time being at the track.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
no.
think that would make
Oh, no,
sense.
That
no.
would make sense.
Let me finish. I don't know what
Oh, you
track.
finished?
No, it wasn't for no reason. It was for a reason.
Okay.
So I don't know what it was, what track it was, but he hit a corner that had like an incline.
So he crashed
So-
in a
No.
Oh, okay,
He
okay.
jumped, but landed and just broke everything under the car.
Oh, probably like trans
Broke
man,
everything. Everything.
Bottomed out that bottom.
Bottomed out.
Yes.
Oh my
How
god.
fast was he going?
I know, right? Like
I
this is a
know.
GT.
No,
They have
GTOs are very tight underneath them. So
Yeah.
like the motor's basically sitting on the frame. You know what I mean? Like everything's very tight. So I guess if you bottom out that car and you crack a subframe, everything's gonna drop down.
Yeah, I mean, I
Ooh.
get it.
Yeah, he
But
like.
I mean, you think like they'd have like
They have
with
a
the
metal
suspension
skid,
with the
though.
they would have
Well,
like
the
bump
Nismo
thing,
one,
you know,
yeah,
like-
but
Do
the
they have a
regular
metal skid
ones-
plate though?
They do.
They do.
Not metal.
But they have a skid
So,
plate.
It's
I mean,
skid
I'll
plates.
tell you right now, I had a plastic skid plate on the Solstice GXP. That thing did nothing, man. I hit a speed bump once and the speed bump ripped. I was going like 5 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
It just was like,
Jeez.
this is mine.
Yeah. No, but what happened? What happened with this guy though is that he tried to take it to the dealership.
Oh,
They black
Yeah, you
boxed
can't
it.
do that. You can't do that. I mean,
Yeah, and it was like $20,000 worth of.
Oh
like,
my
damage.
yeah. Everything broke underneath.
how did it
Sorry,
happen?
I was
I
just
don't
driving down the
know.
road.
I don't know.
Everything
They were
broke.
not-
Patterson, Patterson potholes.
They were not that stupid, man.
I was going down by Straight Street.
I was going a little fast,
a
but
little fast.
I don't know.
Oh,
But
River Street, River Street.
So I know it definitely doesn't void the insurance. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll look it up, but while you're on a racetrack, nobody's gonna cover you. There is not a single insurance company out there that's gonna cover your car when you're on a racetrack. You know what I mean?
Hell
There
no.
are insurance companies that do, and they're specifically made for that. I know this because from working at Gotham Dream Cars, that's what they have to do to their car. There's like very strict rules that you have to follow. The name of your company can't have racing in it. Found that out. All right. So if you're a company that does like dream car kind of experiences, your company can't have racing in it because that's like an instant disqualification for all insurance.
Even if you're making a race shop.
Even if you're making a race shop, if
What about if it says motorsports?
same thing.
What about
Same
speed
So
shop?
Tri-State Motorsports.
No, so if you're a speed shop, right, you're not really a track oriented. You're selling track oriented stuff, but you're when you
You're
sign
a
up for like the
dealer.
LLC and stuff like that, you're not putting in that you're going out to race these cars on racetrack. You're providing aftermarket,
Support.
support
That's-
for
yeah,
cars.
so-
You know what I mean, mechanical stuff. You're not actually racing, so that's why it's a whole different insurance. But yeah, I know I called a couple because I was actually going to start something. Because I feel like the tuner market doesn't exist in these like dream car thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
If you really think about it, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true.
Nobody's out
They
there.
have that in Japan.
They do.
They
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's
You
a ton
can.
of shops.
There's a ton of shops. Well, not even shops, like racetracks that allow you to rent out.
Even rent regular companies. They'll
Yeah.
actually rent you like R34s, FDs.
Yep. To take on
the
a track.
street. On the street.
Yeah,
Oh,
on the
that's
street,
really-
but also on a track as well.
Well,
There's-
they'll let you on the track too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
if you go
there's
to,
a couple
If you
of
go to a
speed-
Mitsu circuit,
Yep.
they have
Oh,
like
yeah, they
a
have
bunch of like
240 SXs,
Dream
whole-
missiles,
yeah,
beat
yeah,
down.
exactly.
Rounds.
You could literally go there and be like, "Yeah, I want to learn how to drift," and they'll be like, "All right, cool. Which car do you want?" you
Where,
know what I mean?
and,
Huh?
Ebisu,
Ebisu, yeah,
That's
Ebisu.
what's
I'll
Tokyo,
definitely post
Japan.
them up, but there's a bunch of them.
No, it's sick.
it's
too,
pretty
'cause
expensive.
you can actually buy the car.
It's cheaper to actually have the car than to go rent it every time you go there. But if you're just going off, like let's say you're going to Japan for like a weekend or whatever, you know what I mean? It's a fun little thing to do.
You could store it there and then you just pay for the storage.
Yeah, there's a
until you
bunch of
come
drift
back.
courses out there that specifically exist for that. You know what I mean? If you don't have a drift car, you can rent out their drift car and go on the track. It's pretty cool stuff. But here,
You gotta have some change for that.
Yeah, insurance companies like to
change
like
for
you
that.
know, and
Chip
lack of
people
better.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Chip. You guys
You
are
selected
that
jippers.
one day.
You selected a
Wanna go
much
Japan
better
or
word
what?
than I was.
Yeah, over there,
Jip.
over there, you'll even pay a lot of money. Though.
You'll pay a lot of
Which
money.
is crazy.
It's not
even
cheap.
even just to buy
buy
a
a
car.
car?
Yeah, buy a car.
I've seen
hell yeah.
Evos go for not cheap.
I mean, yeah, it's
Compared
cheap
to-
compared to U.S. standards, but don't forget, it's an import here. Over there, it's domestic, so it's cheaper for them.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
That's why I want to do it. I want to just buy that shit. I want to buy it and just store it over there, and
Whenever you're over
Oh,
there,
oh,
just,
yeah.
and wait till it's legal. Yeah.
maybe not even wait till it's legal, but like, cause I want to go to Japan. Man.
Oh hell yeah!
That's-
Japan's
that's-
awesome.
I think
Like,
that's
I know I'm
what
gonna love it, and I just want to go over there and like,
Up
if I do
garages
and
all
love
that
it,
stuff.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the place I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna have a car over there, cause I don't have to rent a car.
True.
It's one expense I don't have to do.
Yeah, and that's like one thing that's dope because like, you know, over there, if you buy a car that's not legal in America, it's so much cheaper. That's the thing. So there's this one guy I seen on YouTube. He bought
You're talking about Noriero or whatever?
no, not
Your
Noriero.
car, bro?
No, he has an Integra. What is it? Milton Films, I believe. He's been building an Integra for a long time, but he sold it. But he bought a DC2. But he bought
It's like
like
bar.
he bought. I think he bought a '99.
Oh, like the
98.
latest one.
Yeah, latest
I
one.
mean, Mighty Car Mods did a bunch of videos of going over there and buying a car and
Yeah.
doing it, you know what I mean? So
Yes, but he's gonna. What he's doing is he's paying. He paid like dirt cheap. Like he probably paid like $5,000-$6,000 for it.
Oh my god.
damn.
Damn. And people over here be like, let me get 15K.
Off the rip, off the rip. So he's
Yeah.
gonna. He's got to wait literally like what, another 2 years.
Yeah.
Another 2 years, and he has it in a storage. He's paying for it. He said it's cheap. There's actually companies down there that store these cars for people in America who are waiting for them to bring them over. So he's with a company now that's just storing his car for 2 years, and that's it. He just has
Like
to
a
ship it.
layaway. It's
That's
like
it,
it's
a
just
layaway,
it's a
yeah.
layaway.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Holy crap!
He's gotta
Walmart
ship it
should do
over.
that.
So, in all honesty,
JDM Walmart.
and he's getting one that's like it's been in Japan its whole life, like Japan mileage, like this is as raw as it can get.
Kilometers.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, no,
kilometers,
yeah.
and you know the thing is
Right hand
like
drive and everything.
a lot of the
Okay.
cars that get imported here, you don't know what the hell they go through.
That is so true.
Yeah, you buy an imported car, you should never trust the mileage.
Yeah,
Never.
that's
Those
definitely
gauge
true.
clusters are definitely messed up. With
I mean, not trying to like, you know.
Yeah, not to throw out
throw
like
out,
the
you know,
companies that do
companies
it,
that
but I'm
do
just
it, but-
saying like
It looks. I don't feel like.
It's just the-
even with
But it could
motors
be the
though.
owner. Like it might not even be the company.
nah,
Like,
definitely
you know.
not. But if they're getting these cars for dirt cheap themselves, they're not even paying cheap for these cars, which is why they put a price tag on it, as you see. For
That's
example.
hefty, so they could pocket something.
Yeah, we seen a Toyota, an Aristo.
It was a chaser. It was an Aristo.
No, it was an
I
Aristo.
saw. Yeah.
Aristo, they wanted $18,000 for it. $18,000. Like, and it had a couple, modify. It was modified a little bit, but I'm like, $18,000. Can you imagine paying $18,000 for a GS?
I wouldn't even think about it.
Like, I love Japanese cars, and I love, like, honestly, I kind of love the whole thing about them being priced high a little bit, because it does give it that, that humph in
That
the
prestige
car.
kind of thing,
Yeah, so I'm like, I think muscle cars have had their shine for so long. I think imports time is now. But the thing is like now it's getting overboard because in less than a year, these cars are jumping up like another $10,000 in price.
Yeah.
I remember when R32s, when they were just being legal, they were like $20,000 around there,
Yeah.
25. Now they're like 30 grand.
I still see
30,
it over 20.
30 grand plus, honestly. They're reaching up there
You
now.
can definitely find like a GTST.
Well, they're still expensive too. They're going up too.
Not even like you can really find one for between 18 and like 25 with an RB swap. So it's basically a GTR.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I've seen GTSTs like bone stock, not even bone stock, how like an exhaust or something. Because I'd rather just get one bone stock, and they wanted like 15,000 for it. I'm like, but it's like I get it, but it's not like I feel like it's just not
worth it.
I don't know. Would you
Well,
guys pay 20?
On that
G's,
note, I mean, we only have a minute remaining
Oh, yeah,
on our time. But a lot of lessons learned today. Dave, definitely thanks for coming by. We're gonna be posting his video up soon. As soon as he gets his car out.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yo, childhood dream car, yo.
God, yeah,
Childhood
right?
dream car, yo.
It wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't even a GSX that came out on like Fast and the Furious. It was a GX.
GS. It was a 428 turbo. They actually did turbocharge it.
T, right?
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't a GS.
Yo, it was not the T.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a Dodge Neon 428 GS that they turbocharged for the movie.
Oh my God.
Front wheel drive.
In the Eclipse?
Yes. That was for the Fast and Furious movie.
The green one, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was a RS, like the car itself.
Well, it could have been an RS. I'm pretty sure it was a GS though. An RS is basically like a stripped down model, like roll up windows and everything. Nobody really buys.
Like the base.
But it was. I'm pretty sure it was a GS, just 428 front wheel drive.
So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited to see what you've done to it since I've seen it. Like I think it was like 2 years ago I've seen it, and then like we went to Skyland Stadium, right?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
That's when I was. Yeah, I bought the Supra. No, I bought my bike out that day because the Supra was still having some issues, but nothing's changed.
That will be fixed very soon. It's small stuff
but
too. So.
But yeah, I'm very excited for that, and then definitely subscribe and stuff, and definitely check out
We're gonna put his Instagram out there.
Yeah, definitely DSM Daz _DAZ. Yep, definitely check him out. Subscribe to him. I don't even need to say that. He's got more subscribers than any of us. So.
Oh yeah, do you want to put your YouTube out there?
Oh yeah,
I don't really have a YouTube. I used to have like an old skateboarding YouTube that I plan on doing stuff with in the future. If you guys want to look that up, it's called Norb Crew, NORB CREW.
Check that out, Norb Crew.
There's just some old skate videos on there right now, but I do plan on making some videos in the future.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys are into skating, I mean, definitely.
Skating, DSM.
Well, you're gonna be doing both, right?
Yeah.
So that's.
I'm probably not gonna do any more skateboarding.
You're gonna just.
Time is up.
Okay.
It's time for the big boy stuff now.
Yeah,
well, you guys could check out all his old skateboarding stuff. That'll still be up there, I think. He'll keep it up there, and then now they could follow up on your build, pretty much, and that's always cool,
Yeah, most of the builds on my Instagram, DSM _DAZ. That's where I just post most of my stuff, most of my stories and stuff. So you can check me out there.
Definitely.
And that concludes it for today.
Yep, guys.
Definitely tune in for next week. We're gonna have somebody else as well. We're gonna try to get other guests, other different people from different, I guess, car cultures. You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah. So I have a lot of people lined up, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you guys check out the YouTube channel, check out the Instagram page. Facebook, we gotta tweak a couple things on Facebook to get it, more to the business type kind of thing. But we're working on that. So like I said, share, subscribe, like, comment. Let us hear what you guys have to say. We're open to all opinions. So
questions and opinions. If you got questions,
absolutely,
too.
hit us up. You guys know where to find us. Rillest Media. You guys have Drew Nelby on Instagram.
We have
Ali Built.
Ali.built.
And now we have DSM Daz.
So if you guys are into Eclipses, DSMs in general,
very slept.
Talk to this guy right here. Knows his stuff.
Knows his stuff, yo. And also, if you want to put your shop up,
Check out DDA Tune. We work on Subarus, Evos, GTRs, imports, whatever you really got. We do.
I'm definitely bringing my car there soon. Soon.
We have an all-wheel drive dyno.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Damn.
Yeah, we do a lot of work.
And you guys just started up or I heard about you guys last year.
So we've been there for 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys.
But my boss has been tuning cars and been working on Evos for about 20 years now. He's been a DSMer. He's owned 9 of them. He's owned 3 3 Evos. His last Evo that he unfortunately just sold made 1,000 wheel horsepower.
Beautiful.
And he has the record of never blowing a motor.
Oh, that's a good record.
That's a good record.
That's a really good record.
On that note.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are out.
Thanks for tuning in.